I have a building that I rented out to foreigners, 2 black foreigners. Now, these foreigners, they came with the bad intentions of hijacking my building. They don't have documents to be in the country. So for them to fight me by Saba, to expose themselves, because they're doing other things, drugs that don't require, because media, I always shoot. So they don't want to be exposed. What they did, they got a South African woman, a Zulu woman, to fight for them out. Now what I realized was, the people who hijacked my shop, they're foreigners, they're selling drugs, they've paid Amapoisa or Sepristine. They open my case. We have 10 cases against me. There's extortion. So these people took a SMS, where I said they must pay me for my water and lights and my rent. Hopefully case with the police, but it's extortion. So I had parked in the police station yard. Ang foreigner assaulted me at police station. And they were busy telling this, you know how the foreigners are loud. You are useless. They were telling this police officer what is useless. And then SAPS can take you out on behalf of the foreigners if they really want you out. When foreigners take your building, you'll never get help.
Okay,
Kedam Kwanas spoke about what I already knew. I wasn't surprised. I knew this a long time. I posted a year before he posted about SAPS, the corruption that's going on in SAPS. Now, these foreigners have employed other foreigners to work in my building. That building, they're fronting as if they're selling alcohol, but I know they're selling drugs. So I was actually shocked. SAPS provincial commissioner knows about this whole thing. Even the secretary knows. His secretary, I know their names, I have for WhatsApps. They know about this whole thing. They know about my building. They know my building sells drugs. My building has illegal immigrants selling drugs. They know. Mazamas get guns from SAPS. They have people who are giving them guns from SAPS. Justice is for sale in this country. The government knows about it. The government is compromised. SAPS is compromised. Anyone who has money can get anyone locked up in this country. I don't know what we need. We need Mukwanas 10 times. I think we should get Mukwanas to train other people who are like him, because he's the only our fighting chance in this country.
In today's episode, I want us to talk about a story that I saw on social media. When I saw the story, it took me just less than 30 seconds into the video to realize that I needed to do this interview. So this story is painful because you don't want to own a property that one day it gets taken by somebody else. Then you can't get your property back. That's something you don't want that. Do you? You don't. What's Sipo? How are you?
Good, and you, sir?
Nah, I'm cool. So, if I were to, or someone at home is listening to your story right now, or is interested in your story, where does it all start? Or let's give them the summary before we go to the beginning.
Yes.
What happened? Just a summary.
So I'm a small businessman. I'm from Soweto. So I have properties all over. And then there's this property in particular in Frederdop. It's a club. I was running it myself for many, many years. So I decided to venture into other things and rent out this club. So I put out an advert. And then I was approached by 2 gentlemen from Cameroon. They said they want to rent the place. And I said, okay, that's fine. We signed a contract. Everything was okay. They paid their first month rent. And then they stopped paying. When they stop paying, and then they start connecting electricity and water illegally. Then I realized these people are not here to rent. They're not legit. They actually want to hijack the place. So, and they start altering the place illegally. So the place, I started mentioning my plans. And then that's where, and then they took a rubble, threw it out extracting. These people don't respect our country. Then City of Joburg went to this place to confront them. But here's a fine. They give them a fine, and then I went by signing as if they are me and my Puma game. City of Joburg contacted me about the fine. When are you paying the fine? What's going on? I know nothing about the fine, but no, your place is being altered illegally, and then you took the rubble and well, no, I know nothing about that. So I went to these people to confront them. Hey, how can you alter my building without telling me, and then take the rubble and throw it out extracting. These people didn't care. And then when I started getting saying about work with them, what kind of people I'm dealing with, I then realized with the connected water and lights illegal. There are no meters there. And now the city of Joburg is billing me on my estimates. Estimate they can bill 10,000, 5,000, 15,000. I actually have proof. And then I went to this people and said, no, you're not paying for water and lights. Now you're going to pay on estimates. When I get a 15,000 rand estimates from city of Joburg, I'm going to put it on your invoice. You're going to pay me that. And they refuse. One day we went there with one of the guys who work for me. And then we find these people with the police. 10 cars, lots of cops, all over my building. They were busy removing my solar system. And one of my guys approached them. And then they actually arrested him for tampering with essential infrastructure. I'm sure this guy put him in the van with my equipment, my solar systems and everything. And then then I went to the police station. I waited for this guy for almost 2 hours. The guy's nowhere to be found. The police station, I'm sharp bad. And this police officer, they from Brixton police station. They don't hand over the equipment. But I hand over a smaller meter, but he tampered with the essential infrastructure. They don't give the police my equipment, my solar system. And then the following day, the case gets thrown out. And we go back to our building. We still have the problem. We're talking to these guys. You have to move out of the building. One day we go there, and then there's police. They're there to take me to the police station, but there's a court order that says I should be at the place. The place is not mine. The place is Alabantu Lava. So a police station, that's where police station says I wash off for breaching Ilona. What do you call it?
It's called contempt. It's called contempt of court.
Yes. But one police officer says no, he can't arrest us because we don't know anything about this court order. We don't know nothing about the court order.
Well, wait. Okay. This sounds very interesting.
Yes.
You guys were about to get arrested.
Yes.
For contempt of court.
Yes.
For a court order.
Yes.
That you know nothing about.
That we know nothing about.
You know what comes to my mind? Yeah. Is that if I were to be arrested for contempt of court, right, I must have participated in the process. Yes. Or received summons to come to court.
Yes.
Maybe if I refused, then the court granted someone that court order. Yeah. That makes sense. Yes. But if you did you receive any summons?
I didn't receive anything. But
so no summons.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yes.
But now you are being arrested for contempt of court.
Yes. It's ngayaz.
Oh, that's very interesting.
And then this annually I'm a say Brixton. But I should go to it. We refuse to sign. I've never met these police officers anywhere. But we refuse to sign. Until it has been granted the court in our absence. So that's what we're dealing with. Now here's another one. The way this thing is happening, it's not because we're committing crime or anything. It's my building. These Foreiners want the building. They're using Brixton police station to arrest us. Here's another one. Last month on the 12th, this month on the 12th, was it this month? No, last month on the 12th, I was out of the country. When I come back, there's a case against me. It says I was intimidating these people with firearms and all that, and they want to arrest us. So I didn't want to negotiate with the police and tell them about my whereabouts because I've seen with these people, they're not interested in anything. They just want to get us locked up so that we stop bothering the people show up, people who have hijacked our building. Now we went to court. I just produced my passport. I was not there. The case got thrown out. Now what I realized was the people who hijacked my shop, they're foreigners. They're selling drugs. They've paid Amapoyes or Brixton. Amapoyes Brixton, they opened my case. We have 10 cases against me and my business partner, ranging from a kidnapping, attempted murder, pointing of firearm, things we know nothing about. So my car is two trackers. They can show the location where I am. We use our fingerprints. There's cameras at the gate. I collect all that information whenever there's a case. But Brixton police don't care. And I know the names of those police officers. It's always two police officers who are coming with these cases. And Lamapoisa, I see them at the shop all the time with these foreigners.
Yeah.
Now,
Wait.
yeah.
Okay. We'll go back to the police being friends with these people who are now complaining.
Yes.
But let's start with the cases. You spoke about 9 to 10 cases.
Yes.
Let's break them down if it's possible.
Okay.
There was a case of attempted murder. There was a case of what? Because we did a summary there.
Yeah.
But
So the first case was Ilona, what do you call it? Contempt of court order that we didn't know about. And then there's attempted murder. There's a pointing of firearm. There's kidnapping. There's extortion. So these people took a message, SMS, where I said they must pay me for my water and lights and my rent. Hopefully case with the police, but it's extortion. Now, I stay in your place. Let's say I'm renting your place. You send me an SMS saying, please pay me. You owe me this much. You haven't been paying for 3 months. And I go and open a case and say, it's extortion. You're extorting money from me.
it can't be extortion if there's proof that you owe me that money. It can't be extortion.
Well, Brixton Police Station has opened that case against us, me and my business partner. We have a case of extortion that we demanded money from the people who took over a building. We have a case of extortion like that.
Okay, so how many of them do you remember by head? Because I think
there's a breach of contempt of the court order, kidnapping, assault, intimidation, pointing of firearm. There's a lot, my brother. There's a lot. Of cases. But all I know is more than 10 cases.
It's more than 10 cases. Wait, so let's go back to this one. You are saying there are 10 cases. Let's assume 10, the maximum number. Yes. You are saying there are 10 cases
from Brixton
open from the same police station
by one person.
By one or two people?
Two people. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say their names.
For now, let's withhold their name. Lest they say, hey, for now. Yes. So then it's always two police officers.
Yes.
Wait. Police station, from what I know, they have different police officials in one police station. And they change shifts. Yes. So what are the odds of me finding the same police officer every time I come to open a case?
No. It's so when they open a case, I don't know what happens when they open a case. But every time I get a call from one police officer or two police officers who tell me that I have to get arrested for a new case, it's always them, these two officers. And the complainant is always the foreigners. Now these foreigners foreigners cannot operate without a local woman. There's always a local woman in South Africa. Whenever you fight with foreigners, they will bring a local woman. Now there's a local woman. I don't know if I can say her name. This local woman is always a victim. I don't have a contract with this woman. I don't have nothing. But she goes to the police officers. She's my tenant. She's working with these foreigners. And then I'm abusing her. You know about Miss Fazan, you know what they do? They were always using sexual cases.
Yes.
Hold me like this.
Yes.
So there's all those cases as well. Sexual harassment, intimidation. Now it's this guy's and a local woman. So they open cases together, but they put the local woman in the front. But
wait. You remember I asked you the question of what are the odds of me finding the same police officers? The reason I asked that question is because you will remember that I posed you while you were talking about the two police officers that are often seen business premise or Yako, which is rented to these two or whatever number of foreigners that are operating there. What I'm trying to figure out is that you are saying there are two individuals from the same police station.
Yes.
Those two same individuals are the same people you are seeing.
Yes, at the shop. Yeah. Let me explain this.
Okay.
So when you open a case, the person that you open a case with, the front desk police officer, is not the one who's going to investigate.
That's true.
There's a back officer they call them IOs, investigating officers.
Yes.
Those are the ones who investigate. We are always investigated by two people all the time. Even when we opened the case against those police officers who stole our solar systems, our case was investigated by the same police officer. So our case didn't go anywhere. But like the cases of the foreigners, people who've taken over a building, solar, I have the invoice, I have videos of the guys taking my solar systems. It hasn't gone anywhere. Now let me tell you something. There's another time when, because I have where the shop is hijacked. It's my shop and my student accommodation.
Okay.
I was busy painting my student accommodation, getting ready for students. It was last day December, getting ready for January. And then same police officer comes, says these people are complaining that you're intimidating them. As you know, there's already a court order that says you shouldn't intimidate these people, shouldn't go interfere with their business, shouldn't interfere with their building. It's no longer my building now, even though I have the title deed. We are taking you because they complained that they saw you around here walking like you want to do something. Walking like you want to do something. Wherever. They took me to the police station for intimidating physically. Like, according to these people, we don't feel safe. We don't care whether he has a building next to the shop. We don't feel safe. He must be arrested. They take me to the police station. I'm driving. When I got to the police station, there was another police officer. I don't know whether he was not bribed or what. He said, no way, this guy, it's his building, it's his shop. You want us to arrest him? We're not going to do that. If you arrest him on your own. I'm not getting involved. I saw police officers fighting in front of me. But no, the right thing must be done. He's not going to arrest me. It's his building. If I'm phone in the way, they must get out. The other officer even took his numbers. I said, no. We must talk. Maybe he can help me. Because you always want someone who can help you.
Yes,
if it looks like it's legit. He refused to arrest me. So I had parked in the police station yard. Ang foreigner assaulted me at police station. And they were busy telling this, you know how the foreigners are loud. You are useless. They were telling this police officer what is useless. And then case. Now they didn't get arrested. I opened a case of assault and damage to my vehicle. They didn't get arrested. I have the case number. After 4 days, I get a call from the same police officers. When you were here at the police station, you attempted to kill these people in front of the police officers. Now that police officer who was there, young phone, I didn't realize. Actually made a mistake by not arresting you that night. They want you locked up. So the Mapoesa phone I must be arrested because I attempted to kill those people at the police station. Need to know. He was there, he saw everything. But we don't care. Come to the police station, you want arrest. Need to mean what about my case? Alo mama takana ndawa. Nalo case ngivulile case ya manga. Mangfika police station we got arrested for attempted murder. The case was thrown out within a couple of days. But Masia court na loma movuli case yake. We intimidated her with. We told her we were going to kill her on the phone. The police officer. So kuna matoketa u2. Amatoketa wala ma foreigner we attempted murder. Now the police officer uvuli case yake. So hamba way to lama. So she's trying to fortify, make the case strong. Even now when I called this guy telling him to bring himself to the police station, he said he was going to kill me. I've never met this police officer. I know her name. I don't know if I can say her name. She had already opened a case. I'm a case I caught way too. Lucky, I don't know how this happens. But luckily, prosecutors saw it. But no, this is Umsangan. You can't intimidate someone that you haven't met. They threw out the case. Masati said we relaxed. There's another case, extortion. Masati, we relaxed. There's another one of intimidation. Lama Foreiners says we went to their homes. We don't know where they stay. Sabat told us that we're gonna kill them. So let's say police station so answer now why we want to kill the Foreign.
So wait. So in all of this, what did you do to deal with the situation in a manner that? Okay, maybe the question should be: have you reported these to
Yes.
IPID? Let's start with IPID.
I reported to IPID. I have their numbers. IPID refused to help. In fact, they actually went to the police. So let me explain now what is IPID, by the way.
Okay.
The people who work for IPID were former police officers. They used to work at these police stations. When you're reporting them, you're reporting their friends. When you're reporting SAPS to IPID, you're actually reporting their friends. When they were colleagues, they're working together. So when you report to IPID, you report to umngani. And they actually go there, but don't report it. But and then they're not going to do anything. But you assign. They should actually call it to your office, but I'll report them sangano. They call me to the office, I can say their names. IPID, I went to IPID Johannesburg. I sat down with them, but no, I'm reporting umsangano. Then I reported to SAPS headquarters, which is South African Provincial Commissioner. I don't know if I can say his name. I have his number. I have WhatsApps. I reported to the Provincial Commissioner and his secretary. At first, they sort of listened to me. And then later, I hate them a foreigner. And then they told me, I'm actually a crook. I allowed these people to renovate my building, and then once the building is renovated, singing for back. No, now they're not paying for water and lights. They've renovated Indau illegally. I sent them the contract. There's nowhere where I said they must renovate Indau. They're not paying for my water and lights. We almost 250,000. I have the statement. They're not paying. They're not paying it. Yeah, they're supposed to pay me like 18,000 rand a month. They're paying me 1,000 rand anytime when they want. 1,000, 2,000, anytime. It's not according to the contract. Now I'm coming to you for help. You're telling me I hate I'm a foreigner. How do you even know what they are foreigners?
Okay.
So one thing I realized, in fact, I'm a foreigners in this country. They pay all the police officers, and the police officers, South African SAPS, they fight their battles. They do that dirty job. SAPS can take you out on behalf of the foreigners if they really want you out.
So now after you have reported this,
Yes.
because I'm trying to reconcile two things here.
Yes.
There's a bill that is piling up.
Yes, it's not being paid.
The municipality will not stop. The bill will continue to pile up.
Yes.
So when the letters are coming from the municipality,
Yes.
and then on the other side, there's this battle that you are having
Yes.
from the South African Police Service. How do you then move forward with the bill that is piling up in a building that is in your name versus the South African Police Service who are not interested to help you? That's why I'm stuck.
So I actually have proof. I actually went to the city of Joburg. I told them my building is hijacked. I'm not the owner of. I'm not the one who occupied the building. I'm the owner of the building, but I'm not the one who occupied the building. I don't have access to the building because we're getting arrested. They only gave me a reference number about my game, and they know what my building doesn't have. According to them, doesn't have water and lights, but it has water and lights. People have connected. Those people have connected illegally.
Okay.
Water and lights. Now, City of Joburg is billing me my estimates. Estimates, like they can estimate whatever they want. So I notify City of Joburg. I have proof of that. When I'm done with SAPS, the legal fights that I'm having with SAPS, when I'm done with it, because I will be done, by the way, I'm not going to run away. At some point, these people, I will leave my building. I will be done. I'll win the distance. Then I will have to have a legal battle with City of Joburg, because I did tell them they were supposed to stop all the services and not bill me. They haven't done that. So there's another legal battle I'm going to have with City of Joburg after here.
Do you think you've got? What is this word? I'm looking for this specific word, because in court they want facts.
I have emails. I have pictures. Actually, now I'm very good at taking pictures and recording. Yeah, I've noticed that you need facts and recordings and all that.
Yes.
My tracker report, Mangfienda when I ask my tracker, give me a report what I was at this place. I have it. Now I take pictures and say you blind my selfie man.
Because with pictures, it will always show that this picture was taken in this location, especially with these new phones. These new phones, they never miss. They will always say, there was a picture taken from this place at this time. And it's even worse. Some of these latest phones, they even put the date on an actual picture.
So whenever I talk to you, Mina Manje, and you're an official, I take your picture, I ask for your email address, and I'm going to send you an email saying, after the conversation we had today, 2 o'clock in the Wenyako, please confirm what we spoke about this and what are you going to do about it. So I have that paper trail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have a paper trail of the people, their names and their phone numbers, people I've spoken with. I've spoken with the provincial commissioner. I have on my WhatsApp swag. I told him about this thing. He refused to help me. I spoke with the secretary of the SAPS commissioner in Gauteng. He refused to help me. I spoke with the boss of IPID. I have his names, I have his number. They refused to help me. One thing I realized, but I cannot confirm this. Lama Foreiners, they brag a lot. They talk, they're very loud. When they're fighting you, they told me that they have a tender with a South African woman that they're using in front. They won a 15 million tender and they are taking people's buildings. And why am I resisting? Because they've taken so many buildings. But
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
It's getting kuningia.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying it's getting kuningia, ne? We've heard the story of hijacked building.
Yes.
It's actually a trending thing.
Yes.
Right? It's not even a hearsay anymore.
Yes,
when you hear that there's a hijacked building, you're like, oh, that's one of them.
Yes.
You just move on.
Yes.
It never surprises people. You are telling me that, from what I'm hearing, there's a syndicate that goes around hijacking buildings.
They sell drugs. They're also into tenders. Well, how they get tenders, I don't know. But I know they're working with South Africans. Panama tender, they bribing them officials, police officers, so that highest men in the SAPS. This SAPS, you also complain that you'll even lose your hair. Or you'll never get help. When foreigners take your building, you'll never get help.
Okay, take me to... Because I'm thinking, based on what you're saying, it then reminds me Mkwana's press briefing.
Yes.
What do you make, or what's your take on what Mkwana's said? Remember, you've been posting way before Mkwana's, way before the 6th of July.
Yes.
Now comes the 6th of July. Did you get a sense that Mkwanazi is really vindicating or confirming all your suspicions?
Kena Mkwanazi spoke about what I already knew. I wasn't surprised. I knew this a long time. I posted a year before he posted about SAPS, the corruption that's going on in SAPS. When he posted, I was not shocked. I knew these things. But I was happy that there's someone within SAPS who's willing to restore law and order in this country and save the country. Because SAPS doesn't work for South Africans. SAPS works for whoever has money. Now, if you have money, you want to get someone locked up, you can go to any police station, speak with the colonels, captains, and station commander. They will actually sit down and listen to you. You give them whatever they want, money, and they will cook a case for you, for that person. That person will get arrested. Now, it will depend on that person. Now, he's got financial muscles, because this is a financial war. Well, it's not only financial war. It's actually getting dangerous. People die in this whole thing for their buildings, for their properties. But it first starts with the money. You have money to fight back. If you don't have money, you'll go to jail for your building. You'll know the truth. The truth is your building, but they will cook a story for you, and then you'll get locked up. That's where the money part comes, because now you need lawyers. Now you need to do your own things now to fight back.
So then money, look, you're right. It becomes a battle of money. Because if you don't have lawyers,
you're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
Yeah.
So tell me something. If you didn't have any assistance, legally so, do you think you would have
been locked up? There was a case of attempted murder. Attempted murder that they say I wanted to commit a police station in front of 1,000 police officers. Now those police officers didn't give statements. When you attempt to kill someone in a police station,
yes,
the people who were there have to give a statement. My statement didn't have police officers. But this person came to the police station. He wanted to kill these foreigners. Attempted murder. Was locked up. But the case was thrown out because they didn't give a statement. And then I have recordings of police officers who were saying, hey, mfethu siqolele thina. Abaphathi bethu want you locked up for indawo yakho. I can send them to WhatsApp, your WhatsApp if you want them.
It's
The station commander of Brixton, unama message that he was sending to these people. He made a mistake. My message leaked. As you know, South Africa has a thing of leaking things.
Hey, yeah.
Leaked and then I figured him. But this police officer, he acts as if he listens. That is a part of the people who want to get me locked up. We have pictures of SAPS cars collecting money. Not money, I'm not talking about cars only. We have pictures with the money. I can send them to you.
But they can argue and say, we were there to effect an arrest. We were doing search and seizure. We found those things. So as a result, we collected them. I know you'll say, but let's trace it back to the SAP 13 then. Yeah. But I'm just saying, they can argue because you're not a police officer, right? So they can argue and say, but those pictures... No. The pictures, maybe if the pictures are authenticated and proven to be true, and legit, they will say, no, but Tina, we were there to collect money. We're doing search and seizure, or we found this suspect on the street as we were doing our investigations. It led us to their property, and when we got there, then we got this money. And so I'm just giving a reality. The argument will be that.
No, you're right. I mean, the SAPS has a way of defending themselves. The SAPS members, they're very good at defending themselves. But here's another one that I haven't told you about. These people have employed, like foreigners when they come here. Foreigners when they come here. They're not here to improve South African lives of South Africans. They actually bring their own. Now, these foreigners have employed other foreigners to work in my building. That building, they're fronting as if they're selling alcohol, but I know they're selling drugs. So they have this other guy in particular that I'm interested in. This guy is illegal in the country. I opened a case with he's working illegally in the country. So, press on this case, I'm going there, I'm fighting these people. Actually, police officers went there to this guy. When you are they tell the young people, suppose you're working illegally in the country. The guy gave the police officers a fake asylum document. I forced these police officers because let's go to Home Affairs and verify this false document. They went to Home Affairs. We spoke with another gentleman from Joburg's CBD, Home Affairs. We have documents showing that the asylum documents are fake. Now I went to this guy and said, go and arrest this guy. But no, we can't arrest him. We have to take this document for decision. You need to know, what do you mean decision? But no, we have to take it to the prosecutor. Prosecutor has to tell us, we have to arrest this illegal guy. You need to know. That's rubbish. If I was to produce a fake document, you'll arrest me right now. You're not going to say you're going to have to go talk to the judge or prosecutor to go to since when does SAPS need to be told when to arrest someone? Who has given you a fake document? This guy, they went back to this guy. I don't know, but no. I think the police officers are behind this whole thing. They went to this guy. This guy had already prepared a new document now, which is valid now. That shows he's been in the country for 2 months and he's leaving. By that, I need to know, but my boys now I was starting to lose respect. This guy gave you a fraudulent document the first time. Now, the first time he was here, when you spoke with him, it was last month. Now he's giving you a document that says he's been in the country for less than a month. And last month, you saw him, he was in the country. There's a new document. When did he come into the country? You must actually arrest him for giving you 2 documents. Because that's someone who was here, he didn't have this document. Now, this guy sells some drugs. He's one of the main guys in my building who has hijacked my building, who's selling drugs. He's paying the police officers. Police officers are protecting him. I was actually shocked. SAPS provincial commissioner knows about this whole thing. Even the secretary knows. His secretary, I know their names, I have WhatsApps. They know about this whole thing. They know about my building. They know my building sells drugs. My building has illegal immigrants selling drugs. They know.
Wait.
I'm telling you.
Wait. You're saying you've got proof
I have proof
that police officials
yes,
knows about, firstly, this building
yes,
and what it does
yes,
on a day-to-day basis.
yes. And
So in other words, you are saying they know about the criminal activities that are taking place in this building.
Yes.
And they are doing absolutely nothing about it.
The Gauteng Provincial Commissioner and his secretary, they know about the building and they know about the fake cases that have been opened against me. They know how many cases they are losing against me.
Hey, he's gonna issue summons.
No, they know. I have WhatsApps when I told him I've been talking to the provincial commissioner for almost a year and his secretary before the arrest. I have a building which is giving me problems. My case, and you know what I said to this guy? I said, "Here's my ID. I grew up in Soweto. I went to this school in Soweto. I'll check when I was growing up. Was I a person or troublesome on my case? Well, why all of a sudden and I'm renting it out to this foreigner? Sing my case. What happened all these years? When I was in high school, when I was in college, I went to UJ. Did I have cases? Why all of a sudden my case from 2024? My case. I never had cases like this before, and my case, like serious case, answer just check and then come back to me. This is legit now. And how come all the complainants are always the same people? The investigator is always the same person. The kernel operator, my investigator, is always the same person who issues my instructions to these people to go and act on this. Massive weight on my case. People assaulted me at police station, damaged my car. They were never arrested. But the same investigator took the file. I don't know what he did with it. These people stole my solar systems. You reported the case, nothing happened. These people have connected electricity and water illegally. We reported that case, nothing has happened. See, IPIT knows they haven't done anything. Provincial commissioner knows, how the provincial commissioner knows. He even said, "Man, I'm troublesome. I hate them foreigners." How does he know what I'm fighting with foreigners? How does he know?
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
There's a case that I'm currently dealing with.
Yes.
It is somewhere. I'll give full details later.
Yes.
Maybe sometime. I'm just waiting for them. Two detectives from Douglasdale police station. So there's a warrant of arrest against this person. The warrant of arrest is concerning a contempt of court for a protection order. Hear me out. Then I've got another court order against this person. Not about the legit one. So then I open a case for contempt for court order number 1. Then they go to the person's work.
Yes.
They changed the story. They took a warning statement for court number 2.
Yes.
And they said the case that I've opened is in relation to this one. So I picked up that last week. This person is before magistrate. This person is busy talking. And I even said it in front of the magistrate. I'm like, hey, what are you saying? We start afresh. We wrote with the magistrate. The magistrate was taking notes over the things that this person was saying. And then the magistrate asked me, did you open a case against this person about this? I'm like, no, I know nothing about it. But this person is saying, police came to her to arrest me for court order number 2. And I said, I've never opened a case for court order number 2. In fact, since court order number 2, this person has been cooperating. Yes. So there's nothing that I can open a case for against this person. So what they did, so then when I went back, that very same day, I went back to court. To the police station. So I get there. So I lodged a complaint. I was helped by one of the captain. Let me not say her name for now. So when that captain took the docket to this specific colonel, they open the docket, they read the docket. They're like, Hypo, What is now written in the docket does not make sense. The colonel even had to remove this thing and scratch it and said, why is this person not arrested?
Yes.
And so I'm saying, I sat there, I was like, police will surprise you.
From what I'm telling you, I can tell you that when you didn't do the right thing, according to SAPS, you were supposed to pay them. That person that you're having a problem with, he did the right thing according to SAP. He paid them. Hence, your things are not as tlangani tozakho because we're now patalo. So in this country, if you want justice, justice is for sale in this country. Justice is not for everyone. Justice is for people who can pay. You understand? And if you want to be helped by SAPS, you have to pay. SAPS, they cannot work for you if there's no money.
But it's so sad. I remember General Mkhwanazi. Yeah. So after his speech on the 6th of July 2025, yes. Then social media users by the name of Chris Excel, yes. And he was helped by others. Yes. They organized money saying, we need to thank Mkhwanazi, yes. For what he did. Yes. Mkhwanazi then raised that, they raised that money. Then they want to deposit that money. Finally, they made contact. Mm. Then Mkhwanazi spoke. Mm. He released a video still out there. Mm. He said in that video, I am a civil servant. I get paid through your taxes. I cannot therefore take your money. Yes. He then said, instead of me taking that money that was donated willingly, I will rather channel that money and ask you to donate this money into the account or trust fund for SAPS members who lost their lives on duty. Yes. So then the money is to assist their families. Yes. So Mkhwanazi says, deposit this money here, but I cannot take that money because I'm already getting paid from your from your taxes. Yes. I remember there was even a confirmation. The Department of Justice, Security and they confirmed, even police on their official Twitter, they confirmed that the money has been sent. They received the money into that trust account. Yes. Because simply a police officer says, nope, I'm not allowed to take this money. So when justice is now on sale, it tells me that the people who are most likely to suffer, because when you're looking at the demographic of this country, you have chances are you've got, out of, let's say, 57 million people, yes. Chances are you've got, let me be kind enough and say 40 million yes. Will suffer because 40 million of people, they cannot afford to buy justice.
Yeah, in this country, my brother, justice is for sale. Those who don't have money, go to jail. I can tell you there are people in this country who are locked up for many, many years. They don't have money, not because they were guilty. The first thing that happens in this country when you go to court, it's money. Money, they go to guilty whether you did it or not. We'll deal with it. Whether you're guilty or not. In fact, you're already guilty.
You are guilty before proven innocent.
Yeah. Yeah, your money will prove you innocent, not the facts of the matter. What has happened does not play a role. What happens is money. You need to have money to be a free man in this country. You know a lot of politicians who are still free because they have money. And once they don't have money, they're going down.
But please break it down. You said something very interesting. You're saying if you don't have money, yes. You're going to go down.
Yes.
Because taking from your own words, you are saying if you go to court, it doesn't matter whether you did it or not.
Yes.
The facts are not, they're not interested in facts here. Yeah. They're interested in whether or not you can pay. Please break down that statement.
First of all, listen, for you to go to court, and urgently go to court, because before anything else, if you don't have a lawyer, you're going to go to Sun City. They won't even listen to your story. You're going to go to jail. It depends where you are in the country. You're going to go to jail. And then you're going to go to court, but on a lawyer. Then you go back to jail. Do you understand? For you to come back and apply for legal aid. Now, legal aid guys, honestly, everybody knows. They don't have experience, or maybe they don't want to, or they don't care. You go to jail. So, let's say you get arrested right now and you have money. Your guy can go there and apply for station bail. You'll probably spend a couple of hours. You'll get out. Next time you come, your lawyer will talk. So patale bail, you're out. Wangana Mali, straight to go to the police station. They won't even listen to you. The treatment is horrible. You can't even buy them because the police officers in the cells, prison cells, they're always asking for something. And if you start giving them something, you get better treatment. Like things like food. Police stations in South Africa don't have water, running water, no toilets. You can't drink, you can't eat. They will give you, it's not just touchy way. It's not next, it's dry. It's filthy, it's not lily. Now you need to pay someone from outside, give them money to buy you food to get into the prison cells. You have to pay the police officers to accept your food. It's a constitutional right for you to get food and medication for free without paying anyone. But that does not happen. You need money for your food, or if you're on the medication, what is in a police station. That's where the money plays a role. For you to get a bail at the police station level, you need money. For you to get if you fail at the police station, if we, in my case, they won't give you bail at the police station. So we'll tell a court. A court, you need money. You need a lawyer to appear. So mali, and by the way, court, you still have to give the court money and the prosecutors. All as prosecutors can say, your file didn't come. It has happened to me. It has happened to me. We don't see his file. Go back to prison, come back after 7 days. Because I always say that you must pay.
So then they will use this thing that you appeared, but there was a problem with your file.
Yeah, there was a problem.
So you must be sent back.
Oh, that police officer who has a file has another case at another court. So you cannot.
But remember that a person must appear before court within 48 hours after the arrest.
No, you will appear, but your file won't be there.
So then it is legally registered that you were there, but the file wasn't there.
Yeah.
So there's no way they can say he did not or she did not appear it did not appear to court.
So legally they've done the right thing. You appeared, but your file was not there because our patalanga ma prosecutor.
You know, I once said this other time.
Pay. Once you pay, you'll be. If you pay, you'll get your food, you'll get your medication, whatever. Your things is on your police station. Things are soft. Your lawyer must pay the prosecutors. So prosecutors, they don't know you from anywhere. But they will oppose the bail if you don't pay. They will oppose the bail. They will come back. They will come with some reasons. The first reason they love is a flight risk. That time you've never been anywhere in this country.
I remember Advocate Tefo said, so when I was dealing with the case of Advocate Tefo, so he get a bail. What is this place? It was at Hoshimampur.
Yes.
So he got a bail at Hoshimampur. Then there was a case at Joburg.
Yes.
So he was attending 2 different types of cases. After getting a bail that side, and they kept him because the magistrate released him on bail from Hoshimampur. They kept him for days.
Yes.
We started talking, and more advocates as well were coming in to say, this is illegal.
Yes.
When people started talking, then they moved him from Hoshimampuru to Joburg. Then they took him to Sun City. Then he went in for bail. Here's the interesting part. He was a flight risk. Ne?
Yes.
Then I'm like,
you're always a flight.
He's like, but I've never left the country to begin with. I've never left the country. So how am I a flight risk if I've never left the country?
Yeah.
But they said, no, he's a flight risk. They named 2 things, ridiculous things. And I'm like, okay, that court gave him bail whilst he was a flight risk. What stops this one from granting him bail? Because clearly, we can take the word from the first magistrate. We can follow that presidency from there. Why are you not granting him bail on that basis, on the basis that the other magistrate have found that this person is not a flight risk?
No, they like those kind of things. Your flight risk, you intimidate the complainants, you're posing a danger to society. They like those kind of things. Even if you don't have a history of flying or going anywhere, history of intimidating people, history of any criminality, the police officers will do that. They're working with the prosecutors, you'll go to jail. Now, you need money. Money Mali, then you have a fighting chance. Money is important in this country. If you don't have money, you are bored or your things you'll not get anything in this country.
Yeah. Okay. I want to give you time to speak whatever is in your chest.
Yes.
But before we get there, what's your take about, should I say, they are repossessing people's building, people's building. What's your take about that thing? Because I think, let me assume that in the comments section below, there will be people who will complain about it. Have you met other complainant or other victims of such crime?
Many, especially around Fortsburg, Frederdorp, Fetus, Joburg CBD. Foreigners are not here to play games. They are here to take over the country. They are here to take over the country. They have people in government, in SAPs, who are willing to enforce, to make sure that foreigners get whatever they want. I mean, you think Amazama come here with guns from wherever they're coming from? Amazamas get guns from SAPs. They have people who are giving them guns from SAPs to do all these things. Amazamas don't get locked up. I mean, I've been to Kagiso. You'll see guys, more than 10 guys walking around with AK-47s and rifles, daylight, around the neighborhood. You want to tell me SAPs is unable to go and corner those people and lock them up? Why not try that in your neighborhood and pay, and not without paying? Walk around with an AK-47. They will wipe you out, you and your guys. Now the difference between Amazama and you, if you have your own group of people, they will kill you because you're walking around with guns. Amazamas pay, and they still have to go and work, extract the minerals, and they pay. SAPS is always there. Amazama getting money. They know there's guns. They know where these people stay. They know where these people buy food. They don't arrest them because these people, it's business. It's business. SAPS go there and get money from Amazama. Why not try it in your neighborhood? Lapana, you won't even last 30 minutes. They will take you out because you're not paying. You can only try that if you're paying. So the system is for sale in this country.
That word. Let's say that again.
Systems is bought. Like these people, but they bought the system. They pay. They're getting things done. You will lose your building. You also title deed. And the law says once someone has occupied your building, you can't just take them out the way they came in.
Yes.
You have to go through a court order. That's going to take 2 years, a couple of hundreds of thousands of friends. Like you pay a lot of money for that, and it's not going to be easy. Person who occupies your building doesn't pay for anything. When extra money to go and fight these people.
Okay.
Once you lose, it does not mean that's the end of it. You still have to pay about a sheriff to take them out. Because if you go out,
you mean once you win?
Yeah, once you win, you're not done. You win a court order, you're not done. You can't take them out yourself. The law doesn't allow you. You still have to pay a sheriff to come and do it for you. That's money. If you don't have money in this country, hey, I don't want to say it. But if you need money in this country.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm opposed to this thing. What do they call it? Death penalty.
Yes.
Death penalty, they're only going to kill poor people, black people. There's no white man who's going to die from death penalty, boss. The target is ours. So when you black and then you calling for death penalty, you're calling for death for yourself, for your cousins, for your mother, for your brother and sisters. Yeah, man. Because they don't have money to pay. You have to wiggle yourself out of that death penalty using what? Money. They targeting black people.
You said something very interesting and powerful at the same time. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
There is this Twitter handle, TikTok. So this other time, this guy responded to a video from a specific lady who was speaking about how men must be locked up. In fact, this woman was calling for death penalty.
Yes.
This guy, I don't know, he works for a specific organization. I don't know the name of the organization. He showed in that video, TikTok video, he showed us stacks of papers. He's like, do you know that these files belongs to men who are behind bars, who could not prove their innocence,
Yes.
but they know they are not guilty.
Yes.
And I believe them.
Yes.
And you want us to kill them. It made me realize that death penalty in this country it should remain an imaginary thing.
Yes.
Because I remember there's a story somewhere in Pietermaritzburg.
Yes.
There's a guy who gets arrested. Listen to how he get arrested. The way somewhere he was not even at a tavern, by the way. So he stays around tavern.
Yes.
There's a noise that happened.
Yes.
He then goes out to assist,
Yes.
only to find that a lady was being raped.
Raped, yeah.
He assists the lady. They call the police. When the police arrived, they interviewed the victim. Then the victim points at him now. He's now the offender.
Yes. Yes.
The guy who went
To help.
to help. He was now arrested. Pietermaritzburg High Court sentenced him to 21 years behind bars.
Sure.
He served 11 years. And then it was proven that that guy never committed that crime. After 11
Sure.
years. So imagine if there was death penalty.
He would be gone.
And imagine if there was a death penalty that says maybe 2 years into the into his sentence, he must then be taken out. 11 years later, it's proven that this person never committed that crime.
Yeah.
2, there is a story somewhere around Fryhead. This man had a wife and a daughter. The wife dated a police officer while married to this guy. They hatched a plan. They devised means and tell the daughter to open a case of rape.
Yes.
He was raped by his own father. The father gets sentenced. The daughter grows up. The daughter confessed that no, that thing never happened.
Never happened, yeah. I know of such stories.
The father then comes out of prison years later. His life is already messed up.
Yeah.
And you are thinking to yourself, in a society that fails to prove whether people are guilty or innocent, why would you even think about death penalty?
People are calling for death penalty. They don't know what they're calling for. Because when you're probably thinking what when you clean, therefore other people will get killed. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. You don't know where you will be at some point, how you'll get caught up in this whole thing. Because things happen in this country. You'll find yourself in a mess and you'll be facing death penalty yourself. The very same person was calling for it. Death penalty is for black people. It's not for white people. And it's for poor black people.
Say that again. Say that again.
So if you're calling for it, you better make sure you're a multi-billionaire. Multi-billionaire or millionaire, whatever. But you need to have a lot of money. Because should you get caught up in this whole thing, you're going to need a lot of money. If you don't have money, you're going to get killed. Is that what you're looking for? What about all these people, Kwamash, Wesowe, to Tembi, so we don't have money? Because Amapoys are only effective in poor areas. Do you understand? SAPS is only effective in poor areas. Where there's poverty, that's where most arrests happen. Where there's money, you'll never see SAPS in Sandton or Bryanston going up and down. Most crimes are committed in Sandton, by the way. They send in other people to go and commit crimes on their behalf, but the real criminals are in Sandton, are in Bryanston.
You're right.
But police officers focus on poor areas. That's where they arrest. And when they arrest in poor areas, they're even brave because they can whoop your ass and beat you up. Nothing will happen. They even baphula ama-rights wakho laphana, bakulimaze. But in esilungwini, they're actually gentle, they're careful because they can get sued. There's money, lapha. When you approach a poor man, it's not the same way you approach a rich man. Approach a rich man, be careful what you say, what you do to him. You might end up losing your job or SAPS getting sued. And where there's poverty, same thing that's happening in KZN. Where are they killing those black people? And then I'm not opening another topic.
No, I see where you're going.
Where it's poor areas.
Yes.
You want to tell me in this country, crime is committed by poor people only? Why are they not going to that place, the Indian place? What's it called, that place?
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Because we know they're selling drugs there. Have you ever seen SAPS shooting people there?
No.
Because there's money there. If you go and harass those Indians are united. They will sue you. SAPS will spend a lot of time in court. Black people don't sue. Black people don't sue. They have to choose between bread and court and lawyers.
Oh, yes. You
can't take your last money and go sue SAPS. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money. But there are lawyers that can do it on pro bono. There's nothing like that. Social media will tell you there's pro bono. There's no pro bono in this kind. There's no one who's going to work for free. There's no one who's interested in helping anyone in this country. Even the NGOs, the massive organizations, they're not interested in it. It's all about money. Don't think there's anyone coming to save you or save black people in this country. If we don't save ourselves. All these organizations that talk about human rights, they're not here. They're actually here for money. And their agenda is something else.
Hey, but you're right. I was going to ask you this question. You're right. I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. I asked people this at a time. I'm like, if Sanzo Meyewa is the one who's accused to have taken the life of Kelly Kumalo, I'm telling you, his career would have ended long ago.
Yes.
Organizations would have made sure that he does not make appearance on television or ever. Whenever he says his side of the story, they would have even tried and suppressed that channel, or that YouTube or that TikTok, which is giving him an ear.
Even women would be marching up and down.
But this time, it's a woman accused to have done that to a man. Yet that woman is still performing in events. Her music is playing all over. It is as if it is business as usual, like a dog died. Yeah. But when a man takes a life of a woman, you are calling us, saying, no man, guys, we must unite and fight this. But when we are on the receiving side, you guys continue as if as life is normal. You don't care about how we feel about these things. You don't care how these things affect us. This organization, it's only now that I'm beginning to see this organization, Women for Change, posting women who are now offenders. Like this woman who stabbed the boyfriend somewhere around Midrand. That boyfriend that works for municipality somewhere. I saw that. I'm like, for the first time, man, I see this organization. Oh, not for the first time, but maybe 3 times now I see them posting women now who are offended and condemning it. But usually, wait for a man to do that. Look at the organizations that will show up. You're like, there are so many organizations that stand for the rights of a woman.
Yeah. So in this country, as a black man, you're facing a lot of challenges. The importance of life in this country. In this country, the most important life is a white man's life, followed by a black woman's life. Abafazi, below white people. When as a black man, you don't matter. No one is fighting for a black man in this country.
I want to agree with you. There's this police officer. This police officer works somewhere distance. Ne? So in my case, this police officer said to me, Yazi Bongan, if it was you if that person opened a case against you, I'm telling you, you would have been arrested. Yeah. Mind you, a person who works in the system tells you that. He's like, if it was you, I'm telling you, Bongs, you would have been arrested. Yeah. But I'm the one now opening a case against that person. No, nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Everything is fine.
Yeah, as a black man in this country, you have to fight for everything. Fight, and you have to use a lot of money. Whether you want that person locked up, pay the police officers. They will go and deal with that person. That's the unfortunate part of it. You can't get justice in this country if you don't have money. Justice is for sale.
I fully agree.
Yeah, justice is for sale.
I fully agree.
I mean, check. Haven't you ever seen rich people? Most of these rich people, they don't comply with anything. You know that. Rich people are not compliant. Compliance is for black and poor people. Compliance in anything. Yeah, compliance in you can think of anything. I can give a lousy example. There are rich people who are driving with cars that are not registered. Try it yourself. You cannot do that. There are companies that are not compliant in this country. Try it that way, not yourself. You won't last a week. Compliance is for poor people. Rich people don't have to comply in anything. Whether it's liquor licenses, liquor stores, even firearms. Now, when the government takes firearms from black people, they're taking them from poor people, by the way. Rich people have illegal firearms, especially white people. I'm a farm. Should there be a war in this country, I'm telling you, black people, especially who are close to the farms, they can get killed left and right. Compliance is for black people in this country. The laws are enforced on black people only. And for you to escape that control, you need to have money.
Or stay somewhere. Because where I stay, you stay in these buildings where there's, too much cameras and all this stuff. So that's why at this other time I'm thinking to myself, if you want to arrest me, it would be nice to arrest me on our parking lot or outside. Because I know where I live, there are cameras all over, there is security all over. That's why even when I go jogging, I feel like, oh no, you can kill me. But I know for a fact, I don't need to know. I know that there's a camera that picks me up when I'm running. There are cameras, because I live in an area where we're living in high buildings. So there's always a camera either outside of the building and inside of the building. There's always a camera. There's always a security vehicle that is patrolling around. And what I've noticed as well is that you can hardly see police vehicles there. You can hardly see police vehicles.
Never see police officers there. But my police are up again, like your townships, your Soweto, Tembisa, Wamashu, people who have no way of fighting back.
Let's go back to the provincial commissioner. So, because I know the advocate therefore accused him of substance that cannot be named.
Yes.
And then I remember reading this thing that they sent his lawyers there saying whatever they were saying, but they took McG as well as advocate therefore to court. So on what you said about him, because I think he's still the provincial commissioner,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So on what you said about him, I hope you have got proof, because I know.
I have proof. I've even called him. Like me and you, we talk on WhatsApp. I mean, I record him. But let me summarize this thing. We won, and then you'll tell me. I'm actually putting it to you with judge. Like, right now, I want you to be the judge. I'm Sipo. I own a building. When I bought this building, my intention was to make money out of my building.
True.
People move into my building. They're no longer paying for water and lights. They're not even paying me for rent. We were saying, what should I mean now for threatening these people? There's no proof what I'm threatening these people. The only sin is for me to ask for money from these people.
Yes.
I'm tempted murder. Now when I say poisa elife or umphathi wamaphoyisa, does it make sense ukuthi umuntu who willingly agreed ukuthi abantu move into his building and then they start doing umsangano wabo, they're no longer paying. Lo muntu seyaboshwa. There's no evidence against this person. Uyaboshwa for kidnapping, attempted murder, extortion, all that. Does it make sense? One person, unama case out 10 against abantu, same people that he knows. When as a police officer,
doesn't make sense.
You can't see what's going on here.
There's something fish.
I called the provincial SAPS commissioner and his secretary, but no, I hate them for rain and I wanted to, what's the word? He said, because they renovated my building, I want them out. It's okay, it's fine. Let them not move out. Let them pay rent and pay water and lights.
Yes.
Dololo, nothing happens. But I mean, I'm getting cases every weekend. bro, I'm going to tell you this. I'm definitely sure there's no one who has more cases than me in Joburg. It's Zuma and me. Jacob Zuma, let's say Abanga knows Zuma. Zuma and me, I go to court. I spend more than 300,000 in court on this court things. My lawyer, Elon, what do you call it? The government has so much money. I'm a bail. My 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 40,000.
Wait, you have never gotten your money back?
No, some money is still held by the government. Some I'm getting it back.
Okay.
Some is lost. I lost my receipt. It's a lot of. Yeah.
Okay.
You know they can't give you money if you don't have a receipt.
Serious?
They will never give you money.
But they can remember your case.
Yeah.
It's funny that the system remembers that we once arrested you,
yeah,
but it doesn't remember when you want your money back.
Without it, you have to do a affidavits, and I haven't had time for that. And then there's another lawyer who paid bail for me. I can't get a hold of him. The court doesn't want to give me my money because I'm not the one who paid directly. That I must go and look for that person. His phone is off. I can't get him. So it might allow me to a state.
But if the state wants you, the state will remember everything.
Yes, that's true.
When you're supposed to get your money, you must prove.
My money is there. No one is getting it. It's stuck there. I try to talk to NPA. They don't get involved in that. They don't care. I spoke to LPC.
Yes.
They're not helping. My money is stuck there.
No. Okay.
And I spoke to IPED. I spoke to NPA. I go, how is it possible that I can have before these people moved into my building, I never had all these cases. All of a sudden, I have all these cases. NPA knows about it. Public Protector knows about it. Provincial Commissioner knows about it. Even National Commissioner knows about it because I have his email address. I've emailed National Commissioner. I'm not getting help.
No, it's fine. Let's conclude. What is in your chest? Probably we didn't ask, but you feel it is important that you want to say. No, look, you feel free. Say it.
I mean, one thing I noticed, bro, we are in trouble as South Africa. I don't know what's going to happen, but we are in trouble. South Africa is no longer the same country. Yeah, the SAPS is no longer the legit police force in this country. Not to me, SAPS, they're a group of thugs and missionaries. Those people, they're like Wagner group. You know that group that was being paid by Russians to go and fight in it? SAPS is no longer a legit organization to enforce law and order in this country. We're in trouble. We need SAPS to be overhauled. We need the legal system to be overhauled. We need a lot of things to be overhauled. But bottom line is we're in trouble. And Mongana Mali, you are in a deep mess in this country. Because money gives you a fighting chance. Without money in this country, you'll never get justice. Justice is for sale in this country. The government knows about it. The government is compromised. SAPS is compromised. Anyone who has money can get anyone locked up in this country. And you'll never get justice. And SAPS goes as far as killing people on behalf of other people. That's what's happening in this country.
Hey, they will sue you.
Now, I have proof of that. I have cases of people who got killed because they wanted justice. Other people wanted those people dead. So we are in trouble as a country. I don't know what we need. We need Mkhwanazi 10 times. I think we should get Mkhwanazi to train other people who are like him because he's the only our fighting chance in this country. Without guys like Mkhwanazi, I've never seen anyone like him. We need Mkhwanazi to be reinstated, to stay forever in that position. Not in that position, but the bigger position. He needs to get more power. Because he's our only lasting hope. Our last hope is our last hope. Without him, we're in trouble. We're already in trouble because he's fighting alone. Yeah.
The question that just came to mind now is I posed you when you were speaking about this lady. That's my last question.
Yes.
You were speaking about this guys working with this lady, the involvement of a South African lady.
Yes.
I'm asking you this question because I've seen, there's even a show on Mocha Love where sisters marries this, most of the time it's Indians. They marry them, but the end of that thing is that these guys play them. They just wanted something. They just wanted a way to get out, or a legit way to be in the country. And most of the time, you'll find this camera crew now chasing after them. You said something similar to that. Please explain the role of this black sister.
So, as I said, I have a building that I rented out to foreigners, 2 black foreigners. Now, these foreigners, they came with the bad intentions of hijacking my building. Ne? They don't have documents to be in the country. So for them to fight me by Asaba, to expose themselves, because they're doing other things, drugs that don't require, because media, I always shoot. So they don't want to be exposed. What they did, they got a South African woman, a Zulu woman, to fight for them. This woman is always opening cases, and she says she's my tenant. She says I have a direct contract with her. I don't have a contract with her. There's no paperwork that says I have a contract with this lady. But uvula case, and I like her style. She always writes the name of the foreigners. That's a good thing. I like that. She must keep doing that. So, whenever we have a problem with a foreigner, there's always a black woman in that problem. Okay. Or there's a South African involved. Foreigners don't come here on their own and do all this nonsense. There's always a South African, a black South African involved. Do you understand? I have this problem that I would have dealt with it on my own, but now there's a black woman. I don't have anything to do with this woman. She's opening cases. I have to attend to those cases. Because once a woman opens a case, it's a big thing. You know about fast. She opens up my case, I have to attend to that. But now she's been, what's the word? She's been incriminating your boys. Because it shows what she's fighting for. She's not fighting for herself. She's fighting for these guys. And before this woman was not in the picture. I was dealing with those guys. She came and took over. Even because to some other papers that she filed to her court, she's talking about herself as if I have a direct contract with her, and I don't have a contract with her. I know she's fronting for the foreigners.
Oh, so you do have the proof that I've been dealing with these guys.
Yes.
Sorry, it just doesn't make sense. When there's a sudden change.
Yeah.
Now it is as if
I've been dealing with
yes.
But the contract that I have, it says these 2 guys, not the woman. And we jumping out of nowhere.
So she's taken this to High Court.
To High Court, yeah. So we still busy with it, High Court. She's taking it to all courts, Magistrate Court, High Court, what's that the other one? Let's say Protection Court. Yeah. So she's the one fighting. But she's always quoting the names of these guys. So when I stick with, okay, yeah, she's not doing it for herself. She's doing it for these guys because we have a pal everywhere.
Yeah. As her partners.
Yes. And I don't remember meeting this woman anywhere. This fight would have been fair if I was fighting with the people I initially contracted with.
Yes.
Yes. But now it has moved towards the woman. And Uvulama Casey. The funders are Batulele. The pit bull is fighting for them.
Now, let's conclude. Your last word.
My last word, bro. I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say. I never thought I can be living in a country like this. Way back when I was growing up in Soweto, I never thought one day I'll have to defend myself against SAPS. But the fight that I'm fighting is huge. I'm fighting against SAPS. Why? I don't know. It's only for my building. I'm a iPhone in I'm a foreigner. And now we're fighting with the SAPS. Now SAPS Brixton they're my enemies. I can't even go there anymore. Because the SAPS Brixton doesn't like me. I want to kick out their people out of my building. Once I kick them out, SAPS will suffer because they're selling drugs there. So he's saying, I'm fighting SAPS head on now with this woman. But I know the guys behind are foreigners. The foreigners are paying SAPS and this black woman to fight me.
Yes.
No, I've gone to a lot of places. I've gone to the highest person who say PS. I'm not getting help.
But Sipo, let's end the episode here. But I would like to follow up the story,
Yes.
because there are developments that I'm interested to see how it would pan out.
Yes.
So let's agree that once most of the things
Yes.
sezenzekile, and then we'll come back and
I'll come back. Yeah.
do, especially now that you're still you're still fighting the cases, still going through courts with this sister. I'm interested on the outcome. Yes. So let's agree that we'll do a follow-up episode as soon as everything is done and dusted.
I'll give you. I'll come back here. I mean, I send you a recorder, man. I'll give you my recordings over everything. But one thing I can tell you, the fight with the SAPS made it's going to be a long one. So I'll give you updates as we go. I'm not letting this slide. Learn for a case study for students university or something. Yeah. I'm fighting for justice here.
Okay.
Because the buildings are mine. I didn't hijack these buildings. I cannot allow foreigners to come and take my building and then they use SAPS. That will never happen over my dead body. Do you understand? I bought this building. These buildings are for my kids. Yeah. I'm not going to allow they can come with anyone. My buildings are mine. They're going to stay mine. And I'm going to fight for them all the way.
Okay. But until we meet again,
Thank you, sir.
thank you very much for the visit. We'll do a follow-up episode. Let's just wait. Probably early 2026, first
Yes.
quarter, second quarter, I'm not sure. But we'll do a follow-up episode. I'm interested in the story. I want to see how it develops.
I want to ask you something.
Okay.
I don't know if you can. I need you to ask SAPS not Brixton, the headquarters, national and province. I'll give you their numbers, myself. But you've spoken with this man. He said these things. What have you done? I want you to ask them what have they done with all my complaints? Even IPID. Hear that perspective. Maybe I'm telling you lies. Don't just rely on me. Maybe they have valid reasons why they're not helping.
Okay.
So I put it to you, I'm going to give you their numbers. Go and ask these people and ask them, hey, what are my complaints against? Maybe they will give a better perspective. Maybe you can even bring them here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe who knows? What if I'm lying to you?
Yeah.
Find out see, he must bring documents.
Yes.
Yeah, this woman now, if you can, I don't know. You know, when you're doing this media stuff, you need to get perspectives, both sides.
Yes.
Yeah, for it to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, fair. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Call those guys. If they don't want to come, talk to them, record them, find out what is the problem? Is he getting paid for his building? Maybe I'm getting paid. I'm busy saying I'm not getting paid. Maybe I'm getting paid for my electricity. So find out. Call these people. They must give you proof.
Okay.
Call them here. SAPS must come here and go to why is it possible that SIPO has cases every weekend? You understand? Now I must be my location because I have my tracker, my cell phone and all that. Was I really at that place? Why isn't SAPS provincial commissioner not intervening? Why are they not helping? What's happening? Who paid who here? Because I can tell there's money here. My drugs what's being sold at my place, I've been used. The money on my drugs is being used to pay all these people. What next? I'm the only one who's fighting. Other people are dying for intos up there, losing their things without a fight. Money plays a big role in this country. Justice is for sale. Thank you very much.
Let's leave it here.
Sure.
We will continue. There will be a follow-up episode, guys. Until we meet again, thank you.